students from the Ivo de Carneri High School. Our school is divided in 4 sections: ATS, dental, Turistico, and biotechnology. Some of us have even spent a year studying abroad. However, we share the same curiosity and motivation to learn and grow. This initiative actually continues a tradition that started a few years ago. It was paused because of COVID, and it restarted in 2023. And we are really proud to keep it going today. During this event, 8 students from our school will present different topics about Trentino, from its territory and history, to food, outdoor activities, sustainability, festivals, and local events. However, before the presentations, there will be some greetings. So we'll start from our principal, Giovanni Scalfi.
Good morning and welcome. It's always a pleasure to present the Ivo Meets The Eagles because there is a team of students that sharing our beautiful land, Trentino, with a team of professional basket players. And that's the point. If you work, if you play as a team, you always win. At school, in sport, in life. Some thanks, first of all, to my 2 commander-in-chief, I think I can say, Francesca Gerosa, Trentino Councillor for School and Culture, and Giuseppe Rizza. He is the principal of all the principals. So, I'm sure he's my commander-in-chief. And Elisabetta Bozzarelli, Vice Major of the City of Trento and Councillor for School and School, Sport and School. A special thanks to our 2 coaches, Miss Rita Nagy, the English teacher, and Thomas De Avi. Where is Thomas De Avi? Downstairs. And Thomas De Avi is our work project and project manager for our school and sustainability manager for Aquila Basket. He is something like a bridge between the school and Aquila Basket, and a long history of friendship between Ivo de Carneri and Aquila Basket, made up by persons like Claudio Marc, Peppe Lucente, Guillermo Austin, and my friends Stefano Trainotti and Massimo Comat that today represent Aquila Basket. A special thanks, of course, for the students. I'm proud of you, and I'm not. I'm not proud of my English, but I know I am the principal. I am the chief. If I ask to do something to my students, I have to be ready to do the same, even if it's not my job, and for that I apologize about my English. This is the 9th, 10th edition of Ivo Meets The Eagles, but it's a special edition because between the players there is a student. You are here as a player or as a student? As a player. Next year, your classroom will be there to speak, I hope, to the same, probably someone of others players, and you will present Trentino to your next teammate. They are smiling about that. And we have 2 other students that are, and I hope will be, basket professional players, that are Umar Fall. Stand up, please, Umar. And Jose Alfredo Mendoza Bolsamar, everyone called Ota. Now they are students. I hope we work Come here to sit down here. Between the players and the students. Come here and sit down in the second I have a special request for Devonte, who is Devonte, and no, DJ there isn't. DJ there is. They told me that you were not here, but you are here. And Peyton, who is Peyton, and the others. You were here last year, yes. Help Sheikh, Umar, and Dota to realize their dreams. We will do the same in Declaration of Independence of United States of America. There are some wonderful words. The right pursuit of happiness. We have to work together for the pursuit of happiness, of the dream to be a basketball professional player for Sheikh, Umar, Otta, and the other players and students, Macchetti and the young Mansour Bayo and others. You will play against Varese this year, right? Yes, in Varese there is a center, Maximilian Ladurner, that was an Aquila basket player, that was our student. I hope and I work every day because Sheikh, Umar and Otta will play in the first league in Italy, but I hope in another first league that we don't say, but we know which is. So thanks at all, and have a nice time, and thanks to the players.
Thank you so much to our principal, and we'll now hear Francesca Gerosa, Head of the Education and Cultural Department.
Ciao ragazze e ragazzi, io parlerò in italiano.
And I will translate into English.
Prendo vicino a lei, allora. Parlerò in italiano perché così avete modo di davvero conoscere la nostra realtà e la nostra lingua. Spero che possiate in questo periodo imparare l'italiano.
I'm going to speak to you in Italian, so you can learn the language the fastest way possible, so you can integrate into our society here.
E poi perché l'inglese non lo so parlare bene.
And also because I don't really speak English that well.
Allora, è bellissimo essere qui con voi oggi.
It's very nice to be here with you today.
E voglio fare i complimenti a tutti voi ragazzi e ragazze.
And I want to say my compliments, I give my compliments to all of you guys who are here.
Perché siete davvero l'esempio di come vogliamo che cresciate all'interno delle nostre scuole.
Because you are a real example how we would like to see other students to grow inside our school systems.
Quello che voi fate oggi non è una cosa scontata.
What you do today is not something to take for granted.
Significa che nella vostra scuola avete imparato tante nozioni, ma anche quelle competenze che vi permettono oggi di accompagnare i nostri grandissimi atleti a conoscere la nostra città.
It means that you, apart from learning different things at school, but you also gain some competencies that help you to do something important.
E poi vediamo come oggi con questo progetto,
And we'll see today with this project
si può conoscere la cultura della nostra città,
how you can get to know the culture of this place.
quei luoghi che sono l'orgoglio per noi trentini di Trento e non solo,
Those places that we are very proud of here in Trentino.
e quindi farveli raccontare dai vostri compagni, coetanei, credo sia ancora più bello.
And to make you listen to these students, it's even more interesting.
Ben arrivati in Trentino, a Trento.
Welcome to Trento.
Siamo molto orgogliosi di voi e vi seguiremo.
We are very proud to have you here and we're going to follow you.
Buona stagione.
Have a nice season.
Thank you so much to the head of the Education and Cultural Department. And we now hear Elisabetta Bozzarelli, Deputy Mayor of Trento.
Thank you. So, hello to everybody. I am really happy to be here with you also this year. And I think the partnership between Ivo and Aquila Basket is important for two reasons. The first one is the desire of the school and students to get involved, to be part of this beautiful story of Aquila Basket. And the opportunity for all of the students to welcome you as we can greet all the people coming in Trento and in Trentino to visit our area. Is a very important school of life. The second reason, which for us in the city is the speciality of Aquila Basket, is that players who choose to play in our playground, they don't choose only Aquila Basket, a serious club, but they choose also to live in our city. You don't only play Aquila Basket, you live in Trento. And we are proud of this for you and for Aquila Basket. You choose to be champion in the court, but you choose also to be champions outside the court. We know this with a lot of projects that you do outside in our community, in a lot of part in the association, for welcome people and to be part of our community. And is a way to ensure that sport speaks to the values of sport, even in our community that always, from a long time, support Aquila Basket. So, welcome in Trento, have a good life in Trento in this year and maybe in other years. We are proud of you and we live together in this season and we hope will be a beautiful season like the one we passed last year. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the Deputy Mayor of Trento. And we'll now hear Giuseppe Rizza, and I'm sorry if I have to say this in Italian, Sovrintendente Scolastico. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for this project. I think it's a real important project for different reasons. I think it's important because, you know, our school are exposed to what the real meaning of sport. Sport is a model of life. It's something more than just 1 or 2 hours in every week. It's a way to build life. And I think for our students, just to make a connection with leaders, with Aquila Basket in this area, is really, really important. Just because we learn what's going on, how to be the champion in the sector of life. So I think you will, this kind of interaction will be very important for our students because we see the value of commitment, real commitment in life. Thanks also for the content, because the content of this project is really important. Just we make a narration of the value of our landscape, of our province. I think this is very, very important because it's a value also for us. And this is a value also because our students will grow in soft skills, how to build a relation with some people, with someone who is not from this area. So, the value of this project is for different focus. So thank you to the schools for this kind of activity. And this is a kind of innovation that is really, really important for our future. We think that change the school sometimes means just more digital. It's not so. Change the school is something more than to be an exposure of digital. It's build a relation with other people. So we are going in this direction. Thank you for this.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, we'll hear Massimo Comaz, representative of Aquila basket team.
Good morning. It's so many words and very interesting to welcome you, even if you are here, you have been here for a couple of months, I guess. It's a moment we love and we appreciate because it gives us the opportunity to thank Ivo de Carneri, which is a very special school with which we have a very special bond. They do a lot of things together with us, and they find all the occasions to let the students grow together with us, doing many different things. For example, they help to run our hospitality. We have a lot of projects in the school and in the gym too. Last year we worked together in another school working with disabled people, and some of the students of Ivo de Carneri helped us a lot. So very big thanks to Ivo de Carneri School, and I love to, not only for the last 10 years, but also for the next 50 years. And then I am the director of Foundation Aquila. As someone said, Aquila Basket is a rather special team. We are not the best club. We are not the best team on the court, but we try to do a lot of different things to involve the community, to have a very special bond with the community. And we will involve you in activities in school. Salom knows, he has been with me in a school, and it was a real nice experience, and it was very, very powerful in conveying messages, not only connected to sport, but also to life values. You are lucky some way because you put your, your dreams and your passion became your work. But you have a very tough life too, because you live very far from your home, and many times not with the loved ones and with your friends, and you can say something very powerful to young people to let them grow and to let them learn something. So it's not a menace, it's an invitation. Help us to have this special bond with our community and with the students. See you soon.
Sorry, just a moment. A photo opportunity for Francesca Gerosa. Sorry, that is a friend that needs to go. A photo opportunity with the players and the students of the organization. Please, if you come here, players. Okay? Okay, thank you. Right, yes.
Thank you again. And now we're gonna see 2 videos about our school and our region.
Я студентка русский.
After these two beautiful videos, we'll start with the presentations of our students. So the first person will be Nicole, that will talk about where Trentino is located.
Hi guys, my name is Nicole. Today I'm going to introduce you where Trentino is and what you can find there as. So Trentino is located in the heart of the Alps, in the Central Europe. It's positioned along the Brenner Corridor, that is one of the most important communication roads in Europe. And thanks to its position, Trentino is a natural bridge between continental Europe and Mediterranean. In Italy, Trentino is located in the northeast of the country, It's part of Trentino Alto Adige region which has a special autonomous status, and the region is positioned along the A22 Brandero Highway, which connects it to the main cities of North Italy. Trentino is the capital of the autonomous province of Trento, and the city is located in the central part of the region, in the Adige Valley. Adige Valley takes name thanks of the river that crosses the city from north to south, and is surrounded by mountains like Monte Bondone, Vigolana, and Paganella. The main cities near us are Verona, Venice, and Bolzano. So Verona is a 1 hour of distance, kind of, and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, famous from Roman and medieval architecture. So the must-see places in Verona are Arena di Verona, that is the last photo, and is a Roman amphitheater from the 1st century, and is still used from theater and concert. The second place is Casa di Giulietta, that is the second photo, where visitors go there to, of course, take photos and write love letters. And the last place is Piazza delle Erbe, that is the first photo, and is in the center of Verona, and is built on an ancient Roman forum with beautiful historical buildings like Palazzo Manfei, Torre de Lamberti, and Fresco's merchant houses. The second city is Venice, and is unique in the world. Thanks of this is called the City on the Water, because it's built on 118 small islands that are connected over by 400 bridges. And it's a UNESCO site and an open-air museum. So the must-see places in Venice are Piazza San Marco, that is the main square that you can see in the last photo, that is called by Napoleon the most beautiful living room in Europe. The second place is Canal Grande, that is the second photo, that is the main waterway and is 4 kilometers long, where you can take a vaporetto, that is like a water bus, or gondolas ride to see the historical buildings. The third place is Ponte di Rialto, that is the oldest bridge, is the oldest bridge in Canal Grande, that is the third photo, and it was built in 1591. The last place are the three main islands that are Murano, Burano, and Torcello, that are famous for glass, colorful houses, and Byzantine mosaics. The third city is Bolzano, that is a bilingual city, Italian and German, that combines Italian and Tyrian culture. It's the gateway to the Dolomites and a UNESCO heritage site. The three must places are Ozzi Museum, that you can see in the third photo, that is the home of a famous Heisman, that is 5,300 years old mummy, that is the oldest mummy in Europe. The second place is Piazza Voltaire, that is the first photo, that is the main square, beautiful year-round, but is prettier in Christmas season because there are many markets. And the last place is Renon Cable Car, that takes you to the Plateau in 12 minutes, and you can have a spectacular views of the Dolomites. I hope you are gonna enjoy our city, and if you have time, go and visit. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Nicole. And we now hear Gabriele talking about our territory.
Hi everybody, today I talk about the territory in Trentino. Territory has 4 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and 73 provincial reserve and biotope, and 2 UNESCO World Heritage Cities, and over 300 lakes. So the Dolomites, and when the sun shines, the rock turn pink. Sorry. The dwelling in San Martino, the Garda Lake, and it's the largest Italian lake, ideal for sailing and windsurfing. And Caldonazzo Levico Lake, it's ideal for swimming and rent a boat or something. And thanks for your attention. Enjoy the talk.
Thank you so much, Gabriele. And we now hear Marco talking about history of our territory.
Good morning, everyone. This is my part. I will talk about the history in our territory. From first, we have the First World War. During the First World War, Trentino was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Even though many people talk about spoke Italian and felt very culturally Italian. When the war started in 1914, Italy was initially neutral, but in 1950 it joined war against the Austria-Hungary, promising to annex regions like Trentino and South Tyrol. Trentino became one of the main front lines of the war, especially in the Alps. So you can see this picture. This is some Italian soldiers fighting in the Alps, where you can still find traces of the trenches. The region suffered heavy destruction, and then the local men were conscripted into Austrian army, while others, like Cesare Battisti, chose to fight for Italy, hoping to unite Trentino in the Italian state. This is after the war. In 1990, the Treaty of Saint-Germain officially gave Trentino and South Tyrol to Italy. This is Cesare Battisti. In the first picture we can see him. He was a politician, an Alpine, a patriot and a socialist. He was born in Trento, then part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. He was a strong supporter of Italian unification, and he wanted Trentino to become part of Italy. When World War I started, Battisti fought for Italy against the Austro-Hungary, even though he was technically an Austrian citizen. Then he was captured by Austrian forces in 1916, tried for treason and executed. For Italy, Battisti is considered a national hero and a symbol of the struggle for the Italy united. In the second picture we can see a mausoleum dedicated to Cesare Battisti, called Trento, and you can see this circular monument from above the city. Then we have the autonomy. Trentino gained the special autonomy after the World War II, fought in the 1946 Gruber de Gasperi Agreement between Italy and Austria. The agreement aimed to protect German-speaking and minority languages in South Tyrol, but also included Trentino, forming the autonomous region of Trentino Alto Adige. Initially, the autonomy was regional, but after the 1970s, most power were given directly to the province of Trento and the province of Bolzano. Today, Trentino has wide control over areas like education, healthcare and local taxes. And then we have the minority languages. Afro-Italian is the main language spoken in Trentino. The region is home to several linguistic minorities that are officially recognized and protected. These three are the most important languages, which are the Cimbro. This is a Germanic language spoken in small groups in isolated mountains communities. Then we have Ladino, a Roman language spoken by a small community in Trentino, such as Fassa Valley and a small percent in Non Valley. And then we have Mokno, also a Germanic language spoken in Mokni Valley. And this is my part. Hope you enjoy and visit this beautiful territory and have a nice season.
Thank you so much, Marco. And we now hear Jenny talking about the outdoor activities you can do in Trentino. She's an athlete too.
Good morning everyone, I'm Jenny, and today I'm going to talk about the activity to do in summer and winter in Trentino. In summer, Trentino is one of the best places to visit. There are so many things to do, especially if you love outdoor sports and nature. You can go for mountain walks, and there are like 5,800 kilometers of foot paths and 146 mountain huts where you can stop to eat or rest. Trentino is also perfect for cycling, and there are 1,700 kilometers of bike trails. And the main activities are trekking and hiking. Since Trentino is surrounded by beautiful mountains, there are trails for all levels, from the easy one to the more difficult ones. And there are also many cycle paths where you can go cycling and enjoy the view, like the one along the Adige River. Then you can try different activities. There are rock climbing. There is, even if it looks hard, there are many places for beginners, like around the Arco area, that is like 30 minutes away, far away from Trento. And also we have ferrata routes, which are mountain paths with ropes and metallic steps that help you climb safely. And if you like more adventure and adrenaline sports, you can try windsurfing. There is on Lake Garda, or rafting on the Aviso River or on the Noce River. Trentino is also very popular in winter. The main activity is skiing, and there are 25 snow parks and 237 ski lifts and about 800 kilometers of downhill runs and 2,000 instructors of skiing that are ready to help you learn. And the main ski resort in Trentino are Madonna di Campiglio and Paganella. It takes about 30 minutes to reach Paganella and a little over 1 hour to get to Madonna di Campiglio. And there are so many slopes for beginner, expert and children. And the main activities is skiing and snowboarding. After your hiking or skiing, you can go relax in one of the cozy mountain restaurants. And you can also try snowshoeing, which is an activity on the snow where you can walk with this snowshoeing. And is an activity that is more relaxing and quieter. So after your hiking, you can go relax in the restaurant mountain. And so in conclusion, as you can see, Trentino is a great destination all year round, whenever you love sports, adventure and nature. Thank you all for the attention.
Thank you so much, Jenny. And we'll now hear Filippo talking about how sustainable and green is Trentino.
Hello everyone and welcome. Today we will do a quick look about how Trentino cares about environment and sustainability and especially recycling. This slide shows how green and sustainable Trentino is, and the imaging shows the imaging measures how cities perform in terms of environment quality. Here we can see that the last year, in 2024, Trento reached the second place after Bergamo, and the ranking considers different factors such as air quality, water management, waste collection, mobility and transportation, and green spaces and environment. This result proves that Trentino is a very sustainable and environmentally green city in Italy. And it also shows the strong commitment of both citizens and infrastructure for promote. This slide shows that Trentino is a very green city, and P means position, so it's our place in the Italian ranking. Here we can see that for 3 years in a row we reached the first place, and then in 2022 the second place, and then again in the 2023 the first place, and as I said, in 2024 the second place. We are usually the number one, and this is a great result for our community. And it also shows how people here are respectful and responsible when we talk about protecting our environment. The next slide shows how we collect our waste, and it's all about the person separating the waste. And the first one is carta, that is paper. It's for cardboard boxes or newspaper. Then we have vetro, that is glass, and it's for example, a water bottle or jar. Then we have organico, that is organic waste, and it's for like food scraps or things like that. And then we have residual, that is residual waste, and it's for everything that cannot be recycled. And the last one is imballaggi leggeri, that is lightweight packaging, that is for plastic or metal containers, and it's usually in a light blue bag. Okay, the last slide shows how we separate and how does this container works. It's very simple, and the first one is lightweight packaging, and it's separate in a light blue bag. Then we have paper that is collected in a yellow bin. Then we have glass in a green bin, and then we have residual waste in a gray container, and the last one is organic waste in a brown container. Each type of waste are collected once a week, depending on the neighborhood schedule. And in Trentino there are specific days where you have to put outside your home your bins for let the specific camion collect them. And thank you for keep Trentino a top green city.
Thank you so much, Filippo, and we'll now hear Ilaria talking about our enogastronomy, because trust me, our food is really great, so don't eat too much.
Hi everybody, I'm Ilaria, and today I want to talk about Trentino enogastronomy. So let's start with Trentino trademark. This is a very special symbol that shows quality and origin of products and services in Trentino. You can find this logo on food and drink, for example, cheese or wine, on local experiences and on craft products, or at restaurants and hotels. If you see this logo, that means the product was made in Trentino. It follows high standard of quality and respect nature and local tradition. Let's move on to typical food. On the bottom left, we can find strangolapreti, are small dumplings made with bread, spinach, and cheese. The name sounds funny because it means pre-strangeness, but they're really delicious. Then we have on the bottom left, we have polenta, a very simple dish made with cornmeal and often served with cheese, mushrooms, or meat. Then we have spezzatino on the top right. It's a slow cooked meat stew, often served with polenta, and is a very special dish for winter days. The last typical dish are canederli on the bottom right, and large red dumplings made with cheese, spag, and all vegetables. Thanks to our rich soil and varied climate, we have high-quality agricultural products. We have apples. They are the main fruits in Trentino, produced in Val di Non and Val di Sole. The two many types are Renetta and Golden Delicious. Besides apples, we have pears, plums, cherries, berries, chestnuts, raspberries, and blueberries. As for vegetables, on plateaus and valleys, we have potatoes, cabbage, carrots, asparagus, and latouche. Let's move on dessert. The first one is zelden on the left, and is a traditional Christmas cake made with dried fruits, walnuts, figs, and almonds, and spices. It has a strong flavor and dense texture. Then we have apple pancakes. Apple pancakes are apples cut into rings and then dipped in a light butter and then fried into hot oil. And on the top right, we have strudel. Strudel are a tiny sliced apple, raisins, peanuts, and cinnamon, and a thin pastry that wraps the table. Then we have Trento DOC. Trento DOC, thanks to the high-quality grapes from the mountain, we have a fresh and elegant taste. The most used grapes are Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Blanc. And many and famous types of Trento DOC are white, rosé, brut, vintage, and reserve. Trento DOC is not just a symbol, but is not just a wine. It's a symbol of Trentino. It's a symbol of quality and tradition and love for nature. I hope you will have the possibility to try new food, and thank you for the attention.
Now, last but not least, we'll hear Alice talking about festivals and events you can participate in Trentino.
So, good morning. Today I will talk about what can we do in Trentino. In Trento there is a lot of festivals and events like Trentino Film Festival, Economic Festival, Sport Festival in Trento, and Christmas Market. The first one is Trento Film Festival. Is one of the most important appointments. It's dedicated to mountain, cinema, adventure, and exploration. And it takes place every year in April, May, and across various points of the city center. And during this festival are shown documentaries, film, and are accompanied by meetings with directors, maintainers, and explorers. The second one is Economic Festival. Economic Festival is an international cultural event, and it's held every year in June. Economists, politicians, businessmen, and intellectuals get together in Trento and discuss about contemporary economy and social themes. The city is transformed into a big forum of ideas with meeting, and there is a lot of events freely and open to the public. The third one is a sport festival in Trento. Trento hosts a lot of sport events during the year, from Giro d'Italia that often makes stop in Italy, to demonstration of trail running, marathons, and winter sport competition. Trento is a city that lives the sport in a very active way, thanks to her privileged position between mountain and valley. And the last event is Christmas market. Christmas market in Trento is the most suggestive in the North Italy. And from to the end of November to the start of February, the city center lights up with lights and Christmas decoration, and Square Fiera and the other square host stalls with artisanal products, Trentino gastronomic specialties, and present ideas. The atmosphere is magical and convivial, and perfect to walk and immerse in the Christmas spirit. So, if you want to visit museum, the most important museum in Trento is Muse. Muse is a science museum in the neighborhood of Le Albere, designed by Renzo Piano and inaugurated in 2013. It's modern, interactive, and suggestive. It's perfect for families, students, and whoever is curious about science. And if you want to discover the story of Trentino, you can visit Buon Consiglio Castle. Buon Consiglio Castle is the most important historical monuments in Trento, and one of the most important castles in Trentino Alto Adige. Within, you can visit fresco rooms, art collect, and the famous Ciclo dei Mesi, one of the most important examples of late Gothic art. The castle tells about the century of Trento, and it's surrounded by a beautiful garden. So, Trento have a very active nightlife and socialities, thanks to Piazza Duomo and Via San Marco. Piazza Duomo is one of the most important places in Trento. It's surrounded by Duomo of San Vigilio and Nettuno Fountain and fresco buildings. And Via San Marco is one zone of the most popular to youngest people and university students. Here you can find pubs, information point. The zone is popular for its youngest and convivial atmosphere, and it's perfect for those who would like to enjoy an evening in company and without moving too far to the city center. So, at the end, in the neighborhood of Trento, there is Dos Trento and Sardegna. Dos Trento is a hill that dominates the city of Trento and reachable by foot in 20-30 minutes to the city center. And on the top of theirs there is the Cesare Battisti monuments, and you enjoy a spectacular view of the city of Trento and the surrounding mountains. And Sardegna is a fraction of Trento, is reachable in a few minutes with a panoramic cable car, and offers a beautiful view on the Adige Valley and the Dolomites of Brenta. So I'm finished my presentation. Thank you for the attention, and I hope my presentation is useful for getting to know the city of Trento.
Thank you so much, Alice, and thank you all for the attention. I hope you learned something interesting and new about our territory, but we are missing one more thing. So now we're gonna walk together to Piazza Duomo, where we are gonna take a really big picture together. Thank you.